particular video right now, I'm going to be discussing about the Pi network, that is the validators, and we are going to take this in bit by bit. The founder of Pi already said something about how he pioneers, that is validators, how they can be able to receive their their token, which is their Pi, as a reward. And right now I'm going to be playing this. I'm going to allow you to listen to him directly, that is to the woman, to Nicholas also direct, so that you will know when you can receive your Pi, and when what you need to do, and what that will be aligned for you to know the next steps you should take, and when all these things will be granted for you to receive your Pi as a validator, and how you can also keep on participating more people in the system also, and also achieve the aim of taking Pi to skyrocket to the space globally. Just listen to it attentively so that you understand everything that he has to say about validators and how when you should receive it. Very, very important. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, PMC Information. We are there on YouTube channel, we are there on X, we are there on Telegram, we are there on WhatsApp, where we discuss a lot of things. Even in TikTok, we are also there. Just listen carefully and also do your best.
The majority of the efforts right now in the KYC team have been to unblocking pioneers for their ability to submit KYC and getting unstuck in the KYC review process for various reasons just mentioned above. Like for the user endpoint, it's just the same. It's pending or it's stuck. But for the engineering side of things, it's actually different set of work. It's not just one set of work and unblock all people. It's a different miscellaneous set of work to unblock different people for different reasons. And that's why it takes time. And that's why you continuously hearing people who is stuck is because, there are always remaining people who is stuck due to the probability of algorithms and due to human errors. And we're trying our best to unblock them and improve them as much as possible. The validator rewards are accumulated by deducting 1 Pi from each successful KYC, especially at the migration and into a pool. This pool will only increase and will not decrease because it will only be used to reward validators. All the work, such as checks a validator did, are accounted for in the database. So we have all the data that is needed in order to distribute the reward. So the rewards from the pool will be distributed after the calculation of the accurate validation checks, because there are some validations should be false and that shouldn't be compensated for. It will be after the KYC process is more stable state where all pioneers can apply to KYC, fewer people are stuck in the pipeline. This also helps to reward all validators more fairly, because the initial periods of KYC movement, we call it, if it's a network movement of KYC, the initial periods, like right now or any time before right now, it should be considered the initial period. This may involve more negative results, meaning that these ones are marked as internally as rejected or actually rejected, whereas later stage, presumably more cases passing. So the pool only come from the successful KYC, as a reminder, because only the people who are KYC that actually can claim the Pi and therefore actually have the ability to pay the 1 Pi, but will reward all the work by validators, even if the results of the cases are negative, meaning that the work, if a validator accurately validate a case and determine this case shouldn't pass, this validator's work still needs to be rewarded because its work helped to result in accurate negative result. So accounting for larger data set of the validation work helps overall more fair reward distribution. I'll give a very simple example. So early on, let's suppose, all these are supposed a hypothetical number. Suppose 3 out of 10 KYC applications pass KYC. And these work are done by 10 validators, which is assumption is hypothetical because actually each case has many validators involved. Let's suppose 10 for simplicity. Therefore, this will yield 3 Pi should be distributed among 10 people. and each validator will only get 0.3 pi. But later, as the system improves, later 9 out of 10 people pass KYC, and also done by 10 validators, 9 pi will be distributed among 10 people. This leads to the later periods 0.9 pi. But if we put both batches together and distribute the pi rewards together, it means that 3 plus 9 is 12 pi in total, and distributed to 20 validators in total, that each validator should earn 0.6 pi instead of for the initial validators that basically suffer from a lot of negative results is 0.3, and then later has much higher. This is a simple hypothetical example why pulling it together more to reach a little bit more stable KYC periods helps even or more fair distribution. Okay.
Currently, there is over 700,000 validators who have validated at least a certain amount of applications, meaning that it's not just one or two; it's like a few applications, Yes, at the moment, every KYC application involves multiple human validations. But human validations do not constitute the whole validation process of a KYC. But all the cases also involve multiple machine automation checks. So we will see how this can evolve in the future. Maybe we will be at a point where many validations can be fully completed by AI, and when the AI is not certain, that's when it goes to human validators.
Yes.
And by the way, this is going to be a benefit for human validators as well, because they will only be called to do meaningful work, therefore more meaningful work, therefore critical, meaning that not the easy cases, but the more difficult cases that the computer cannot determine, and as a result, the proportion, the amount of pi that will be distributed would also be higher, because fewer people are needed per person who needs to KYC.
Yeah, so this is the design of a components of a machine and also AI and human is by it's to make something 100%, meaning that it can reach finality. Because AI until today, even though it's a great applications in areas very widely, very useful, but it cannot achieve the 100%. However, the KYC determination needs to be 100%. That's why we have the design of two components. And at the same time, as you guys, many of you know, AI has the nature of evolvement, like evolution of itself, of getting smarter as it goes. And that's what Nicholas commented on. Later, it might not need certain processes or reduce certain type of work for validator, while giving validator more critical work to work on.
Mm-hmm. So we're doing two things basically as we go. One is we're using these algorithms to make decisions in the applications as they go, but we are also learning, the algorithm is training and learning based on validator responses, and it's improving itself.
Mm-hmm.
Some migration statistics. So currently there is a little bit over 1 billion pi that is moved to mainnet. It's 1.046, something like that. And about 80% of that is locked for 6 months or more, like 813 million and some more. We have migrated about 1.3 million to mainnet. That means that this 1 billion pi belongs to those 1.3 million people. And there is currently about 2.6 million, about double that, who have passed KYC. So this means, if we divide the numbers up, it means that currently the average mainnet balance of pioneers is about 800 pi, 808. These are the statistics, current statistics about the migration. Can we add the feature automatically switch the keyboard to English when entering a passphrase? This will limit the situation that the pioneer still leaves the keyboard in the native language and confuses one number or character when entering the passphrase. I think this is a really good idea. We can look into whether it is technically feasible, if the phones allow you, or the phone browsers allow you to do this, to modify the keyboard settings. If we can, it's a really good idea. Thank you.
So As you have already finished listening to what he had to say, don't forget, click the subscribe button there and turn on your notification bell so that whatever thing we post online, you will be the first person to listen and also get the information first before others, and also join the training projects. We are PMC Information. We give you a lot of information which you are like to succeed in crypto space. Very, very important. Very, very important, because your success is our priority. That is what we really have. See you in our next video. Bye bye.